Woo! Check. Episode 17.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy? Remember the first few episodes where you were kind of nervous?
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore.
No, dude, this is normal now.
I think that I came off more nervous in like those first two episodes when I started out with interviews.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous like when I was like in front of the camera. I just felt like I just felt like what I was doing was dumb.
Yeah. No, I feel that too. Like
1 second.
I don't know.
Keep talking.
I think I kind of felt that I was worried about what people were going to think, actually, which was weird for me. Because I really don't care anymore. And I didn't think that I would care, but then I was like once I was put in front of the camera, I was like, oh shit, like there's going to be people that are going to watch this. And I was a little nervous about that.
There's almost 300 views on those now.
Yeah. Now I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about the views either.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I was thinking before I came over here was, I wonder how many people are sitting there like, dude, these guys, they're just making videos for like 50 people. Like, and then I'm like, yeah. They don't even realize. Like I feel like most people think that we're doing this for potential views.
Yeah.
But in all reality, I think this is just a fun hobby.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if I have 0 views on this. I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't care either. Like, I still want to do the podcast.
Yeah.
I haven't really paid attention to, like, how many... Like, I have paid attention to how many people have viewed it. But, like, it hasn't been like, oh, I wish we had more views on this one.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't been like what could I say that would get us more views?
Yeah. I don't think about it. I see it every day when we, publish them and I'm analyzing everything. Like,
yeah,
I think the analytics is like interesting to look at, but I don't think it's important for what I think what we'd like to do for the channel. Like, I think that this is like for whoever gets to watch it. I just hope it's great for them.
Yeah.
And that they have a good time and enjoy it, and our friends and family love it.
Yeah.
Like every single friend and family member that has watched, they're like, "This is awesome. We're so glad you do this."
Yeah.
Or like, dang, like it makes me feel like we're like there listening to your conversations again. Like I'm in the same room as you listening to the conversation.
Yeah. And it's fun that way too, because there's certain subjects that not that I wouldn't be comfortable talking about in front of like other people, but there's like some things that I just don't know how people would respond to them. But it's like this way I get that conversation out of the way in a sense, and I don't have to. It's like an escape. Like, yeah, it's like I have all this shit that I want to talk about, but some of it's kind of just brain rot for the most part. Like, it's just some stupid regurgitated bullshit, but yeah, I get to say it on here, so it's kind of fun. You know?
Well, Carson and Grady, they pretty much watch all of them. So yeah. I was asking them, and I asked Carson, I was like, what is it like from your point of view? And he was like, well, it seems like it's almost like it's your guys' therapy session.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, yeah, it does feel kind of therapeutic, but I never saw it that way until you said something. Yeah. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting.
It is like if the boys are being like watched, like if they're at one of the grandparents' house, I'm like, podcast. Like that's the first thing I think of. It's like, I got free time. I could do a podcast right now. But it's nice.
I always get the text while I'm working.
I know. I'm like, I'm free. I'm free until 6.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, I got to figure out how I'm going to get all my stuff over there after I get off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I think
and you're right there too.
Yeah.
Like that's the coolest part.
Literally the same block.
Yeah.
What else is really cool about it is how I see the podcast is this is like a series of documents that we'll be able to hopefully get to look back on when we're old, or potentially our kids will get to see, or grandchildren. Who knows how long, like if YouTube sticks around that long.
Yeah,
like,
I bet it will.
But like I've thought about that too. Like, what if YouTube were to just
they fucking TikTok it?
No, not necessarily that, but like what if like just their data centers get fucking shocked or something, or like
true.
Like something crazy would have just happened.
All of it's gone.
Yeah, just like poof, and then everybody has to
Yeah.
restart or something.
That would be crazy, dude.
I mean, I'm sure it's backed up somewhere
Yeah.
on some server. Like, I wouldn't imagine that they only have it saved in one place. But
Yeah.
I have thought
That'd
about
be
that.
crazy if they did.
Yeah, like what if YouTube were to just disappear at one point, or like I doubt it'll get replaced. I mean, it's been around for damn near 20 years now,
Yeah, it was. Oh,
or maybe even a
fuck.
little more than that. Because I think it
When did YouTube come out?
I think it
I was-
started.
I don't know where I put my phone.
I think it started in the early 2000s. It's on the side of the couch.
Yeah. How the fuck did you know that?
I have a photographic memory.
Jesus. When did YouTube start?
I think it was early 2000s.
It definitely was, because I remember, like,
The first person who made a video, I think, was at the zoo.
really,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first ever YouTube video was some guy filming himself at the zoo.
February 14th, 2005,
Dang.
in San Mateo, California.
Wow, so it has been pretty much 20 years.
Yeah. It has been 20 years.
Yeah, it'll be 20 years in a month.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I was spot on.
Yeah, dude. Where the fuck did that 20 years go, though?
Well,
Holy shit.
up. Oh shit, I think we have a guest caller again. We do. It's great.
Is it again?
Hey, we got a guest caller again.
How does this guy just know?
You're on the mic.
Let me guess, he just finished the last one? He just
What are you
wants to play
playing?
Xbox.
Saying if you wanted to kill some zombies.
I had a feeling you were going to say something or reach out to me while we were on the podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, well, let you go.
You should shut your cat up too.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh.
the Common Podcast is a supporter of feline.
It is. But we
It
locked
is.
him away.
We locked up Tony.
Tony likes to bite on cords. So we
Yeah.
had to say no today.
Alright, I'm gonna let you go.
You don't have anything special to say? Anything messed up?
How do you
Messed up.
feel
Or-
about the Marines heading to the border right now?
Yeah.
I was thinking about you.
You hear that?
They're lucky they got to do something.
Fair enough.
I know guys that went down there in like 2020
Yeah.
to do it, and they had a great time.
Huh.
They got put up in a nice hotel. They got paid a lot. It'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
Right on. Right on.
It's nothing spooky.
I'm not gonna do anything. It's just gonna be a show of force.
What was
Yeah.
it? What was that last part?
There's just gonna be like show of force that there's like people there.
Oh, like
Yeah.
back off my freaking lawn.
They're not. It's combat engineers and like I don't even know what the other MOS was, but it's not even like infantry dudes.
No shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like engineers, and they're gonna be building like probably like berms and stuff.
Building the wall.
Like, yeah, not the wall exactly.
Yeah.
The sort of wall.
Yeah.
I was curious because it was out of like the same base you were at, weren't you?
Pendleton?
Yeah, I mean they'll probably come down from Camp Pendleton
Yeah.
by like past San Diego, and then like go towards like Arizona and stuff too.
Oh shit.
Or they come from 29 bombs in the. I don't even know what base or what units the guys are from. So
Yeah,
haven't
I don't
seen
think
them.
I don't think that they released that.
Yeah, probably not. It just said like 1,500.
Yeah.
Well, dude, get another guest caller before I call back again.
Why don't you tell Karsten to call in?
I think he's getting some Texas Roadhouse right now.
Texas Roadhouse sounds amazing.
I haven't had Texas Roadhouse in a long time.
Me neither.
I think he was driving from Cedar Rapids to go to Iowa City just for Texas Roadhouse because he's got a gift card.
Oh.
Fuck, better use a gift card, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to get another caller though, and make sure people know that I don't know you're doing the podcast when I call you.
No, everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's never Yeah.
We never plan for guest callers. When we have a guest caller, it's like, I'm going to answer it.
You gotta answer like when your mom calls or something.
Okay. I mean, she never calls me.
We sitting down right now.
My parents don't call me.
How long have you been recording?
10 minutes?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes now.
10?
We literally just started.
I called early on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we just started.
Alright, well, let's get back into the conversation.
Alrighty, I'll catch you later when this thing's uploading.
I'll see y'all.
See ya.
See
It's crazy. We've
Perfect
had 2
time.
call-ins.
Same guy.
Same guy.
What were we talking about before that?
Fuck, I can't remember.
I think we were talking about just how we
Enjoy
perceive the
doing this.
podcast.
Yeah.
But
It's a beautiful thing.
it
It's a
is.
beautiful thing.
I think it's probably one of the things I look forward to most each week.
Yeah.
Our recent episode is actually the one that hasn't done the best. I think it only has like 30-some people who've seen it.
That last one?
Yeah,
Probably because the cover was us doing a Nazi salute, but
probably. Well, the thing was, is like when I did it, like when I was setting up that image, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the perfect first test to see if they don't let me upload a video.
yeah. Yeah.
And nothing happened.
Like, this cover's
Maybe-
kind of sketchy.
Maybe that one got shadow banned a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it is really weird. Like, we have like a consistent 70 or 80 people that show up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same people
But that
or
one
if it's
had
new
like
people.
30 something, right?
Yeah, only like
I think
30.
the last I checked was like 38.
Yeah, I think it's maybe about to push 40.
Yeah.
I had to go and look to see which episode was today's episode. But like I was saying about the 70 or 80 people, like I know like 5 or 6 people
Yeah.
that likely consistently watch. The
Yeah.
rest, I have no clue who they are.
I know. And like,
So if you're watching, say something.
Yeah. I seen a guy say this a long time ago, or maybe it wasn't a guy, or it was like a post or something. But it was like, yeah, you may be only getting like 50 to 100 views. But like, if there were 50 to 100 people sitting there in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
I would be nervous as fuck then to do the podcast. I'd be like, ah, fuck.
It wouldn't bother me.
It'd bother me a little bit.
I don't care about an audience for whatever
It would-
reason.
It would bother me for like the first 2 minutes, and then I would be okay.
The weird thing is, like, I don't care about the audience,
Yeah.
like, being in front of me, but it also doesn't fuel me.
Mm.
Like, there's people out there that get fueled by having people watch them,
Yeah.
and then I don't care. I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, like a lot of people just say that I have what is it, beat to your own drum or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get that way during wrestling though too. Like I would be, I don't know, the crowd kind of fueled me. Definitely. Especially in Fort Madison. Like the wrestling crowd is unlike any other like feeling that I've got.
I never worried about the crowd when I was wrestling.
I didn't worry
I
about
was-
him. It like fueled me. Like I loved it. Like I loved.
I didn't even think about it.
Uh,
Like my nerves went crazy just knowing that I was getting on the mat with somebody else and I didn't want to lose.
yeah.
Like that, I think that the fear of losing was my
I didn't
was my
want to lose in
driver.
front of people.
Yeah,
I hated it.
I just didn't like losing in general,
Yeah. I hate
or to
losing
somebody
too.
else.
Yeah,
Just like-
definitely.
That's like that's the cool thing about like wrestling or jiu-jitsu or just like combat
Yeah.
is that it's a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh well, this guy didn't do that.
Yeah, our defender wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like
When
no, it was just you and him, dude.
yeah,
like
dude.
mano y mano.
Yeah, when you lose, you're like, this is all my fucking fault.
Yeah. Like I suck. Like I didn't do something right.
Yeah. That is a crazy feeling. That's almost what made me want to get into jiu-jitsu. I trained a
Yeah.
lot when I was much younger. Like really young. I want to say like before middle school. I also trained hand-to-hand combat. I did boxing when I was in college,
Yeah.
but I haven't touched much of the martial arts in quite some time. I would love to get back into it. It's just setting aside the time and then also having to pay for it.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Yeah.
I really love going to jujitsu. I started going to get the thing with me is like I'm trying to do like the skate shop and work at Swed and with the kids. Like there's just so much shit that I have to do
Mm.
that it's hard to really
Like-
not to say that the jujitsu doesn't matter, because it does to me. Like I love it, and I love the benefits of jujitsu physically and mentally, but it's not of great importance right now.
Yeah.
If that
It's like
makes
hard to
sense.
dedicate time towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's maybe just me being. I think it's just maybe the money part is just having to spend the money on it.
Yeah.
Because I set aside time for soccer all year round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which we have games coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Fuck. I better start stretching now.
Yeah, you probably should start stretching. February 5th,
I guess I've
think,
been
is the
going to
first day.
jujitsu, and so I've been pretty loose and not as tight as usual.
Your endurance
but
pretty good over there?
yeah, I was surprised. So like when I started going back, Thursdays is no gi.
What's that?
No gi. So it's
Oh,
just
no
your
gi. I think you said
spats.
no key. I was like,
No.
what the fuck is this? Some special training I'm not aware of?
No, but Thursdays is no gi, and one of the guys, Ben Grooms, fucking phenomenal jujitsu guy. Like he's probably top 10 in Iowa. Like, but anyways, every Thursday is no gi, and where the fuck was I going with this? Oh yeah. Sorry, fucking lost my train of thought. But it used to just be like we would drill for like an hour, and then the next hour we would drill for like an hour and a half. The last 30 minutes was kind of, you would do some live sessions. So I hadn't gone in like a year and a half or something like that. And I went back on a Thursday. And now Thursdays is just live for like 2 hours. Like live drilling. It's like there's like some positional drilling, but it's all live. And then like whoever like gets in the dominant position, then you stop and then you switch up, and then like the last other hour is just straight like 5-minute rounds back to back to back to back.
Of just grappling.
Yeah.
Grappling. Is there no
It's
breaks
fucking
between them?
crazy.
Like-
No, you just like you can break when you want, but like other guys are going and going. It's nuts.
Damn.
Yeah, so when I went back on that Thursday, I did about 4 rounds, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking pass out. Like my head was pounding. Like definitely didn't drink enough water for that.
Oh my god.
And I was sitting back. I was like, yeah, I'm going home. After 4, I was like, fuck this, because it was just 20 minutes straight of getting my ass kicked.
I'm kind of curious to know how much of that just endurance training will transfer over to when you start running around on the field.
Yeah, it'll be different, 100%.
I think that
It's a different kind of cardio.
I think that the cardio that comes from soccer, at least for me, is fucking easy. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even think about the running. Like, I used to monitor how many miles I would run. I'd run 6 to 7 miles a game without even realizing it.
damn.
And
Yeah,
but I mean, it's not where you're running that whole time. You're gonna have like,
a little jog here,
Yeah.
walk here.
yeah, and then you're gonna have full blown sprint. And
Yeah,
like it's like kind of like I'd say it's probably similar to track work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't stand running on a track.
I think I can't either. I hate it. But like jujitsu, like it's a lot about breath work. Like
Mm.
I read this book called Breathe by Hicks and Gracie. And I'm sure you know about the Gracies if you
Mhm.
yeah. But I read that book, and like I started doing like his like exercises with the breath work and shit, and it fucking works.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't, there's like a certain, I think it was like breathe in for 13, hold for 8, and then I can't remember what the exact numbers were, but I started doing it, and I would do it before I started training. Like I would just do like I would do like 2 minutes of the breath work before I started training to kind of open up my lungs, and then like you could tell the difference from when I didn't do that breath work in the beginning to when I did, because it was like my lungs had to catch up with me if I didn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like stretching your lungs pretty much.
I thought you were gonna say it was like the breathing exercises you do while you're training.
That
'Cause,
too.
Because I definitely think that breathing, how you breathe, makes a massive difference
Yeah.
in your endurance, your stamina. Like, I noticed that people who breathe through their mouths have a much harder time
Yeah.
with a lot of exercise.
I was just about to bring up like
Yeah.
the breathing through your nose.
Yeah, and I actually breathe entirely different when I'm doing, like, I don't typically do a lot of long distance running, but sometimes in the off seasons when I don't have games, I'll force myself to go out and run a little bit.
Yeah.
But that running is that breathing is entirely different than how I deal with it when I'm on the field, which is a lot of through my nose. I might even go like a
Yeah.
like over and over again. But like making sure that I'm breathing through my nose, and when it's coming back out, it's coming back out through my mouth.
Mm. When I was training a lot, like every day I was training JiuJitsu for 8 months maybe. It was every day. Then Haley got pregnant, whatever. I had to do other shit. But when I'd go for runs, I would just breathe through my nose on my runs, because it would force my lungs to work harder, and then that way I was like training my lungs to be bigger in a sense. I don't know if you can make your lungs bigger, but I know that there's like certain breathing, like a lot of people only breathe in their chest. Like they don't breathe like
Oh no,
in
I
their
feel like I
gut.
breathe into my stomach. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are just breathing from up here that are only using like the top portion of their lungs.
Yeah.
And that's why people get so winded all the time.
There's
Like I think that's why I could go long in jiu-jitsu. Like I could go for an extended period of time because I was using like all of my capacity in my lungs. So
well, I was really just thinking when you said that, like there's actually good exercises for that where you consciously think about where you're breathing into.
yeah, and you can like you don't even have to inhale or exhale like through your mouth or nose. You could literally just pull your like you can just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Like
hard to
move
explain.
you're moving like your stomach in and out, but it's filling your lungs up, and that's how you know like you're getting that air down into your lungs.
Yeah. Well, it's like I think with a lot of the breathing exercises, I do think about like Wim Hof.
Yeah.
Because he would bring people on retreats out. I don't know where, but in the fucking freezing cold.
Yeah, that dude's fucking crazy.
And he would teach you how to warm yourself by breathing, or be able to just sit in excruciatingly cold water.
He would fucking like
and
hike.
just be like practically naked in the water, and you can change your body temperature with your breath work.
Yeah.
And they've done full-blown studies on his body showing that he would heat up from his breathing.
Yeah.
And then even
they've
the
had
people
like the
that
thermal cameras and shit out. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is quite fascinating that like your mind can manipulate certain aspects of your being, or like your physical being, more than most people realize.
Yeah.
And he also believes that these breath exercises actually can boost your immune system so that you just won't get sick from various things.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that, or I don't know them, but I've seen a lot of people that just like they don't get sick ever. And that's because of like they're taking care of their brain, eating right foods for their brain, for their like gut, everything. Like they're actually sticking to their regimen, not eating all this processed shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Which I think is also very difficult. Everything here is fucking processed, but
I just seen this before you came in, but the US is like forcing Mexico to use GMOs.
oh, with their corn.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also some other shit with like, um,
Like, how the hell can we force another country to put fucking shit in their own food?
well, they were also not letting us export our corn to them, and a lot of people lost their farmland.
I mean, fuck, dude. That shit's killing people, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, that shit's causing cancer. Like, all the glyphosate and shit they put in there, like, it's giving people cancer.
Should we even be eating corn though? Because it doesn't even fucking digest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the exact nutrients.
I think it just tastes good.
Yeah. Fuck, it does
It's a
taste good, dude.
It's like a filler item, but it comes out whole.
Dude, yeah. I'm eating a fucking lot of corn come West Point Sweet Corn Festival.
Oh yeah, I eat a couple. I used to eat a lot more, but it just doesn't digest well. So
Yeah.
I stopped getting much of it out there. I don't even really like. My grandpa lives just right next to the park,
Yeah.
so I go every year to the Sweet Corn Festival. But we have friends and family that all gather there. We get a big ol' essentially like a tent, but it's not like enclosed. It's just the top, so like the sun doesn't
Yeah.
beam down on us. But we can put a bunch of tables in there,
The fuck
put some
is that
hammocks
called?
in there. I think it's literally a tent. I don't, or like a fuck. I don't know what another word for it would be. A canopy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll hang out there. We bring out some other tables, and everybody brings food and stuff like that. And we usually cook up a ton of meat. Like some years we fucking make homemade tacos and shit.
Ooh.
Like we fucking I don't know. Yeah, I'll share it anyway. One year one of our family friends had gotten a hold of like a pig,
Uh-huh.
and he had killed it, and
Yeah.
we used that as
At a
like
roast.
yeah, and
Hell
we
yeah.
got this big ass fucking cooker, and we had that bitch in there.
Mm.
I ate that motherfucker's tongue.
You
I ate his
did?
brain.
Ah.
I ate his eyeball.
Did you really?
Yeah. They asked me, and I was like, I'm not gonna turn this opportunity down.
Oh, dude.
The brain wasn't actually that bad. The tongue cooked was actually pretty fucking good.
Ah.
The only thing I wasn't gonna
who
eat was a
are
testicle. Yeah.
I think I would probably go for the testicle rather than the fucking eyeball.
Fuck it, dude.
That's crazy.
Fuck
and
it,
the
dude.
brain?
Dude, I think my eyes
Yo.
got better since then.
Talk about a third eye.
Yeah, dude.
I'm seeing pig, bro.
Yeah,
That's wild.
we cooked that baby up. We used it for our tacos and everything like that. It was kind of like I wouldn't say ritualistic, but like it was something meaningful,
Yeah.
I guess. And the whole process took a long time. I never realized how long that process actually took, because like
cook
you
a
had to
pig?
skin it and everything like that, and
Yeah.
fucking
Ugh.
dismember it and whatnot.
Fuck.
But yeah,
Man,
that shit was awesome.
I've never done that. Haley and I went to Hawaii to visit my buddy Eli. He was still in the Marine Corps. I told him I'd go see him before he got out, and this was like a month before he was getting out. So I was like, all right, I fucking told him I'd come. So, but we went out there, and I wanted to go do like one of those hog roasts that they do in Hawaii. And they'd like do all the fucking dances and shit and the whatever. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Luau.
Okay.
It's called a luau. I wanted to go do one of those, but I ended up forgetting about it. I don't know how I forgot, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been very skeptical on eating pig.
It's actually probably one of my least favorite meats. It also is one of the only meats that gives me like stomach pain.
Yeah.
Like, and it just doesn't digest well. But there's also like mystical or religious, like depending
Yeah.
on which religion, but I guess theological ideas that a pig is an incarnation of a human that
I've seen that. Yeah.
that sinned a lot, so they incarnate as a pig.
Weird.
And pigs are like one of the only animals that like when you look into their eyes, it kind of reminds you of a human. And yeah, that is a little weird. I think Islamic traditions they don't let you eat
They
pork.
don't eat pork.
They don't
no.
eat pork at all. So they can't eat bacon, ham, nothing.
But like, it is a very dirty meat.
Yeah, I mean you fucking feed it trash.
Yeah, they'll eat it.
Yeah,
It's the same with like goats.
I don't think I've ever had.
I've had lamb.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've had lamb, but is lamb goat
I don't know.
technically? Like, is the meat's probably fairly similar?
I would assume so. They're both like goat. I mean, yeah, because a lamb is just a baby goat.
Yeah, I have. I've been thinking a lot recently about getting into hunting.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a person to want to kill an animal, but my thought process is if I can learn how to hunt effectively and I could, throughout each season hit my threshold,
Yeah.
I could have enough meat to last me all year and I won't have to pay these fucking prices for meat.
Yeah.
Like all I'll have to pay in is like all of my utilities needed for hunting.
Yeah.
And
it's
I
not a
have-
lot comparatively.
Yeah, and I have a ton of friends and family, a lot of family that hunt and they end up with, a couple deer each year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think you could live off the whole year with like 2 deer.
I mean, myself, I could live off of one.
One, yeah.
Like that's like almost 50 or 60 pounds of meat.
Yeah, we've been throwing around the idea of like buying like half a cow or like a whole cow and splitting it like amongst the family and just being like, all right, you're getting these cuts, this whatever.
Yeah.
And then just putting it in the deep freeze. We used to do that, but we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah. I have a tons of friends and family that hook us up with meat, whether it's deer meat or elk and whatnot. And
Dude, elk is very good.
yeah, it's very lean and it's actually
It's the
some of the
best
best
meat
meat.
for you.
yeah. I would love to get into that. And I don't know, it's just we've been doing it for centuries.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think the whole idea that we shouldn't kill animals is a big deal. I think it's ingrained into our survival. I think that the bigger issue is fucking gathering up a shit ton of them, placing them in a facility, and then feeding them dirt.
Feeding them fucking soy and grains.
Like at least the ones I'm going after, I've been living off the land.
Yeah. It's true. Like I mean, Iowa's like one of the best places to hunt for deer.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're
have you
fucking
seen how many come
everywhere.
down here downtown?
It's a lot. Yeah.
I've just some nights I'll
Some
drive
big
out.
motherfuckers too.
Yeah, dude. I'll drive out one night. I'll be like, I gotta get some gas, and I'll fucking drive down the street. And I'll see fucking 10 deer run across the street.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing down here? Hanging out by the river?
Just hanging out.
I wonder how many deer get hit by trains down here.
Oh, probably a lot.
I've never
Well,
really thought
I
about
don't
it till
know. I
now.
haven't seen any.
Well, I mean, it's probably getting dragged across the fucking train tracks.
They're probably pulverized.
Fucking explodes.
My dad told me, he's an engineer on the railroad. He was telling me the story. He hit like 2 or 3 of them.
Mhm.
Cause fucking deer are dumb as shit. Like, I don't, it's crazy. But he like scooped this one up and he saw it just boom fly up like by the window. Like Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That'd
That'd be crazy to see.
There was this one time. Oh man, I was driving back from Burlington from one of my buddies, and I was coming down the hill by the high school, and this fucking cat ran into the street. I tried to slow down.
No.
I don't. Oh man, I feel so bad when I hit animals.
You hit a cat.
And I hit a fucking cat, and I watched it fly like 100 feet in front of me, and like I parked in the parking lot out by the fucking track, ran over to it. I was like, damn, that motherfucker's dead.
Oh no.
And I came back the next day to go check on it again. Wasn't there,
Gone?
no bloodstains.
What?
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker had fucking 8 more lives or something.
Damn.
I was like, that motherfucker's gone. I probably knocked him out or something, honestly.
He probably woke up like, what the fuck just
Yeah,
happened?
dude. He wasn't there, no bloodstains. I was like, so I don't know if like whoever came to fucking eat him up cleaned up the ground too. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like, cause when I hit him, I didn't see any blood. Like he didn't look like he was fucked up by any means.
Yeah.
Like unlike some squirrels that I ran over.
Oh, dude, I've only hit one animal, and it was a squirrel.
I hit a
it
rabbit the other
died.
day, but I don't think I actually hit it.
You piece of shit.
It ran underneath my car, and I think it nicked something
Ah.
because I looked back in my rearview mirror and he was still running.
Oh.
I was like, thank the Lord. I was like, I slowed down for you little fucker. It's like I knew it. I knew you were gonna run underneath my car.
Dude, when I hit the squirrel, I heard it and it just crunched, and I was like, oh no. And I looked over, my older brother was with me, and he hunts. He's hunted a lot his whole life, you know. He goes duck hunting and shit now too.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the first like animal that I've killed, or that died because of me.
Mm-hmm.
The animal, I was like, he was like, what? It's a squirrel. And then he was like, you've never killed anything, have you? I was like, no. I was like, I haven't. Like, I feel bad for that guy. He didn't deserve it.
You fucking teared up in front of your brother.
Stop fucking crying.
My life's fucking over. I can't live with this on my shoulders.
Oh, dude. Actually, the first animal that I killed was a dove.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like that's what a terrible animal to kill, you know? But I shot it with a pellet gun that I got for my birthday. Just chilling in my backyard. I mean, I hit that motherfucker though. Bow! Got him. Got his ass. And my dog, my little brother was with me. He started kind of freaking out because my dog went over and grabbed it and started just
dude,
like feathers
trained
were flying
already.
everywhere and
Trained
shit.
already.
I was like, no.
Oh my God.
And my dad came out because he heard us yelling. I was crying at the time. I think I was probably like 9 or 10. I was crying at the time because my dog was fucking this bird up. And it was the first thing I killed too. And so I'm like, I don't know what happened. He caught the bird and he just started killing it. As I'm holding my fucking pellet gun, my dad's like, you fucking shot it, didn't you? He's like, go kill it. Go grab it and wring its neck. I was like, I don't want to do it. He's like, go wring its neck. You the one that shot it. You're going to put it down. I was like, no, I can't. I was like, I don't know how. So he grabs the fucking dove. He goes, this is how you wring its neck. And he fucking spins it once and its body goes this way and his head is still in my dad's hand. And there's blood like squirted out. And my dad just went, oh, fuck. And me and Keaton are sitting there traumatized. We're like, oh my God. Oh, but I never shot a bird again after that.
Oh my God.
I was terrified.
Damn.
Yeah. This shit fucked me up a little bit for a couple weeks.
Damn. I don't think I ever shot any animals when I was playing around with like BB guns and stuff when I
Yeah.
was younger. I shot other people because they shot at me.
I shot my older brother in the ass once.
We used to go up on that abandoned house by sea.
Yeah.
That place was abandoned for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like all of us neighbors and stuff, we would go up in there and we'd all have like BB gun fights and stuff. And like sometimes we'd use the house as like one of the places
Like
you
a
would
base or some shit.
Yeah. But there was this one time one of my neighbors, right? I think he stole one of the BB guns from somebody. He went and dug it into a hole. And he came and knocked on my door. He was like, hey, I dropped a BB gun out in the woods. He's like, we gotta go. Can you come help me? Like, come find it. And it was pouring down rain.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'll come help you find it. And I grabbed one of my other neighbors, which was my best friend's Brody. We follow him out there, and we're fucking. He's like, I think it's over here, and he's like, he just starts digging in this spot, and I'm like,
You knew it was
I was
here.
like, yeah, I was like, he knew it was here. And I was like, okay. So that I like kind of started digging around the same area, and me and Brody found it first. But he was like,
shit.
but he told us before we would find it that that like whoever found it could like keep it or he would pay one of us for finding it. I can't remember, it was one of the two, but I think it might have been that one of us could keep it, right? if we found it,
Yeah.
which I think his plan was that we weren't gonna find it. We were just gonna help him dig the hole. But Brody found it.
Yeah.
So then Brody was like, well, I guess it's mine now. And
Yeah.
then he's like, oh no, he's like, oh, I'll pay you for it. He paid Brody like $10 to
What
have
the
it back.
fuck?
But it was like we were digging in this mud because it was pouring down rain, and it was just like probably barely even usable because it just had dirt and shit all inside of it. So I was like, I don't fucking need it anyway.
the
Like we have all of
fuck?
our own BB guns because like we were collecting them at the time. Like Faith's over here would sell them.
Yeah.
So like we would like kind of rack up our little fucking money that we wouldn't actually spend.
Yeah.
Like and through chores and stuff. And I remember his Brody's brother Tyler had gotten a hold of one of these CO2 pistols.
Them things.
So-
mean.
Yeah, dude. Because all of ours were like, it was like semi-automatic, but you had to cock it every time.
Yeah.
Those fucking CO2 ones, you didn't have to cock
Pop,
that
pop,
bitch.
pop,
You
pop,
fucking loaded up the clip.
Yeah.
You just go. You got fucking if you had a
With
trigger
BBs?
finger.
It was with BBs or like airsoft?
Yeah, it was like airsoft.
Airsoft.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
most of the ones we were using were airsoft.
Airsoft. Gotcha.
Yeah, because we didn't want to actually like penetrate anybody with the bullets, but
Oh, I shot my older brother in the ass with the BB gun. He was mowing my grandpa's yard.
shit.
Shot him right in the ass. It didn't go. It was he had jeans on, so it stayed outside of the jeans. But he was pissed. Oh fuck.
Funny that you bring up Eli because we would shoot BB guns too, or the airsoft guns, and he shot me and it ricocheted. Well, he shot at me and it ricocheted off of like they had this like playground, like wood playground set up in their backyard.
Yeah.
And it ricocheted off the wall and it hit me in my finger and it just fucking had a big ass welt like
Ugh.
instantly. And it just started turning blue. I was like, "Ow!" I was like, "Fuck!" He's like, "Did I hit you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, my shit started blue.
Fuck.
And then he's like, I think he was like, "Don't tell your parents. Don't tell your parents."
Dude, but I think I was 12 or 13. I was still in middle school. But for my birthday party, my dad helped me set up this like, like paintball courses.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have like different obstacles and shit. My
Mhm.
dad helped me set one up in our backyard for my birthday. We were all like doing airsoft wars. That shit was fun as fuck. But I remember we were wearing glasses. My dad wouldn't let us play unless we were
Yeah.
wearing fucking something to protect our eyes and shit.
Yeah.
And CJ Richardson, he got hit like right here. He got hit right here, I think, and then somewhere on the cheek. But it was like just enough to where like it like just missed the glasses he was wearing. And when his dad picked him up, he'd seen like he got hit like in those spots. He's like, "You guys are wearing fucking glasses? What the fuck?" Like he got pissed. We're like, "No, we were, we swear." But I remember, I don't know why that's like a distinct memory.
Yeah, we were supposed to wear glasses too. Sometimes we wouldn't because we were just fucking little dickheads. But
Oh yeah.
most of the time, majority of the time, we're wearing glasses.
Yeah. We were wearing them all the time.
Wink, wink.
All the time. Yeah. Fucking airsoft.
Yeah, man. That was the shit. When we
That
were kids.
was.
I thought those were way cooler than the Nerf guns because they hurt.
Dude, me. Yeah, that's true. I used to, Caleb Stukadragon?
Yeah.
So when we were at elementary school, we were super close. Like I stayed the night at his house all the time, and we would take airsoft guns, or not airsoft, Nerf guns, and we would like cut them up, and then like plastic weld them together to make like this big ass gun. Like we made some crazy shit in his basement. Like we made this long rifle that also had like a pump pistol on the bottom of it, and it was all like attached, and we'd spray paint them and shit. It was fucking cool. It was some crazy shit for some elementary kids to be doing, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun as fuck.
Me and my cousin Blaze, we went to the Dutchman store. We found slingshots, like
Ooh.
powerful slingshots. Like the actual thing was like made out of steel. It had this like reinforced rubber with like this leather on the end that you'd punt whatever you were shooting.
Yeah.
And we had gotten a bunch of these, like, they looked like glass vials, but they had a
The
bunch
white
of glitter
ones?
in them.
Uh,
So it was super, super snowy out. So our idea was that we're going to shoot at something that were going to explode, and it would, like, create, like, the dust all over
Yeah.
the snow because it was like a canvas.
mhm.
Didn't work that way at all. We would shoot at something, and, like, you see it blow up, and then all the dust would just disappear. We're just like, where the fuck did it go? We're like, what?
The fuck?
But yeah, that shit was so cool. But
Ugh.
those became handy for other things. We used to also get, we used to take Dremels, and we would create stuff out of wood and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was always really fun too. We'd always do some really fun and creative stuff when it was like winter.
Yeah.
So I would go out and I would stay with him and his mom and his brother like every other weekend
Yeah.
for years.
Hell yeah.
So I lived like a secondary lifestyle for most of my childhood,
Fuck yeah.
which is actually like probably one of the coolest things that I got to experience.
Yeah.
Like I literally had 2 lives, and that was cool. We did all sorts of cool shit. We used to go out and like his mom would take us out to creeks and weird trails and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd gotten a fresh pair of Converse, brand new,
Oh.
right? And it was a bit of a wet day. It rained like within the last few days, but it wasn't raining that day. And we were out on one of the trails, but there was like this big drop, but you could jump to the other side. And I jumped over, and it wasn't like it was like a mound of dirt, like
Yeah.
it was placed there, and my legs just went straight into it, and I was like, my new shoes, and I was like, fuck, and they were like, what the heck, no.
Oh
My
my-
cousin's just sitting there laughing at me, and when we got back, I had to fucking hose down my fucking
man.
clothes. Yeah,
Dude. Fucking, the Peavine Trail?
yeah,
So, like, that creek, there's, like, those big drop-offs.
yeah.
Well, whenever it rained, me and my buddies would go there. And middle school was a fucking crazy time. So much fun in middle school. But we would go there after it rained because they would be fucking slippery as shit. And we would, like, just slide in the mud. Like, we would just go to the top of the cliff, slide down, like, 20 feet, and do that for, like, fucking 5 hours. Probably not 5 hours. That's a long fucking time, actually.
You probably did do it for 5 hours.
Oh, probably. Yeah, honestly.
You just get lost in having fun.
Yeah.
You're a kid.
Dude, we built a. I'm trying to think of what street it is. It was an old bridge. They tore it down now, put a new one there. But it had this arch on it. And for some reason, underneath it, there was like this big pool up of water. Nasty fucking creek water. And so we'd go there and swim all the time. And we put this rope swing there and it was like I don't know. It was like felt like we only knew about it, but I'm sure like other kids saw it. But we would rope swing there and fucking swim in that creek water all the time. Yeah, it was fun though.
I went like cliff jumping a few years back out near Keokuk.
Really?
Yeah, we found a spot that you could pretty much like jump into the like creek water. I mean, it was deep enough that you could pretty much swim in it.
Yeah.
Like it's probably up to like your neck.
Yeah, that's
So-
how that creek was.
So like obviously you don't want to land just fucking straight on your feet.
Yeah.
But we were doing it out there, and that was really, really fun. It was sketchy. For sure. But I was done once I saw a snake swimming next to one of my buddies
Oh,
down there in the
fuck.
water. I was like, no, I'm good now. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't
Like-
fuck with snakes.
Snakes are probably one of the only like reptilian like animals that I'm not gonna mess with it because I don't know if it's gonna kill me if it bites me.
Yeah.
And plus they're quick as fuck.
Yeah, and I don't want to get bit.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I was tripping on acid one time and the apartment we were at, there was a snake there and I was freaked the fuck out. And they were like trying to like put it on me and shit. I was like, don't fucking touch me with that snake. But also there was a mean dog that like they had to like lock up in the bedroom because it didn't like people for some reason. So they fucking chase me with this snake, and I'm tripping on acid, and I thought I opened the door to like leave the apartment, but I opened the bedroom where the dog was. It fucking charged me. I went, oh, fuck! Slammed the door on the dog. The dog hit the door like it was like about to fucking attack me. And I turned around, the fucking snake's right there. Oh, dude, it was fucking. I almost went back in the room with the dog.
You had a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Nightmare.
That video's fucked up. But I came up with this. I thought it was a good quote at the time, but it was like, I'd rather deal with a mean dog than a nice snake. But dude, that fucking snake. Ugh. Ugh.
No way, dude.
Like, I hate snakes enough, and then
To be zapped out of your mind while also seeing snake.
yeah, it's like, dude, come on. Like, I didn't even know there was gonna be a snake there, else I would not have went there or taken the acid.
Damn, son.
Where we at?
50 minutes.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
There's an acid story for you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was nuts. I didn't like it.
That's insane. I wouldn't want to be involved. No.
Yeah.
I also just, I'm not a big fan of aggressive dogs either.
I'm not
'Cause
either.
I had when I was in, I want to say 3rd grade. Yeah, I think it was 3rd grade. One of my best friends at the time, he had a dog, and it was my first time staying over. And first night, fine. That next morning, they were making breakfast. We were playing. Me and my buddies were playing games, and their dog came over to me and it's just staring at me. I look back at it, and it's just growling at me. And I look at him, I'm like, "Yo, is your dog fine? Like, are you sure this is okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, he just does that sometimes." And I was like, "Okay."
All
And then
right.
I like reach over to like take my turn for the controller. He fucking jumps at my arm, and he fucking just starts going nuts. It's a Rottweiler.
Oh
His
shit.
fucking his teeth went halfway through my arm. It bounced off the bone.
Like,
Like, and he was just like fucking throwing me around. And actually, you see that? See that scar right there?
oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Permanent scar. It was deep. That's a
Jesus
big ass fucking
fuck.
hole.
Yeah.
My arm swelled up, but he also made his way up here. You see that scar?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He made it from here to here in a matter of seconds. And that horrified me of like dogs for a little bit. I don't have a fear of dogs, but I have like an intuition for an aggressive dog now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that wasn't the first time that dog attacked somebody, so they had to put it down.
Damn.
They give you like an option to
Fuck that
either
dog, man.
get rid of, like, take the dog out of city limits to like
Yeah.
like somebody who owns land, or put it down. And they chose to put it down. Because like I had a dog that had a similar experience.
Yeah.
My dog's first attack was one of my neighbors, Sam something.
Harris.
Might be, I don't remember his last name. He
Oh,
lived on D2.
Dude, I grew up playing baseball with him actually.
Yeah, he actually
Not
was pointing
Sam
an
Harris.
airsoft gun at me in my backyard, and my fucking dog broke off his chain and chased him down a block,
Oh,
and actually took a
fuck.
chunk out of his side.
I remember when that was your dog.
Yeah.
I remember when Sam got bit by a dog.
Yeah, they were all tweaking out about him, like, but he pointed a fucking, like, it was a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, like, he thought I was in danger,
Yeah.
you know? And then
Damn.
the next time he also, like,
What the fuck?
kind
is
of
this?
bit or scratched my buddy Brody,
Yeah.
and that was the second time. So we actually took him out we didn't want to put him down because he wasn't like an aggressive animal. Both times it was out of protection of me.
Yeah.
Because Brody was sprinting at me, and we were just my grandma accidentally let the dog out,
Oh fuck.
and
Yeah.
he thought that he was coming at
Attacking
me.
you.
So from what my perspective, it looked like he didn't look like he was actually trying to hurt him. He looked like he was excited. He jumped
Yeah.
up and accidentally got him when he came back down.
Gotcha.
But everybody thought of the dog
The
as being
first
an
time,
aggressive animal.
yeah.
So, because we took him out to that land and he never had an issue again. He was around a bunch of dogs.
Sam
and-
Redding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why I just thought of that, but
yeah, that was so that we had to get rid of him. But
damn.
yeah, but it happens. And I ended up getting bit by another dog when I was in like 5th
Fuck.
grade.
Damn, I'd never been bit by a dog.
Yeah, I got bit by a dog that looked super nice. It just, I think, it got scared of me or something
Yeah.
and fucking tried to rip my hand apart.
Huh.
But I hadn't actually been bit by one since. So
I don't think I've ever been bit by a dog.
now most animals gravitate towards me. It seems like
Yeah.
it's like I paid
What
my
if you had
dues.
some spirits following you around? that
Maybe
you got rid of?
I was a troublesome child, man.
Yeah, I was too.
I think I paid my taxes to the animal.
Yeah.
Bite tax.
Yeah. I'm gonna get mine. Fuck. Clip that, please.
Greg's probably gonna clip it. He's been clipping all sorts of our shit.
We should have him run our clips.
I think it'd be funny. I wonder if I still have the one that he clips so I can show you.
The one where you're acting like you're on meth or some shit, playing the guitar.
Yeah, I was.
That one's crazy.
That one was hilarious. Let's see if he sent it through here. Oh, it wasn't through here. Oh, I don't think he actually sent me the video. I think that he
Damn it.
filmed it on his phone. Yeah, he did.
Uh,
He filmed off his phone when he was like recording his computer. Because now he's doing it on iMovie.
oh. I wonder if Grady would be interested in clip farming.
I have no idea.
Huh.
I've asked people
Well.
in the past or people have told me they want to do it in the past, and then it doesn't
Yeah.
go anywhere. So like, I don't really care to.
Venture out anymore.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I don't know if it's that they feel that like it's like a duty like that I'm demanding upon them to like get done. Like if you want to do it, then cool, do it. If one of
Yeah.
you guys out there want to clip this shit, fucking let me know. It's just kind of
Let
fucking
us know.
difficult when I just sit there and listen to myself for hours trying to fucking do it.
Isn't there like an AI thing that will do it?
Yeah, but
I
it
don't know
doesn't.
how like great that would be though.
Yeah, some of them are weird. I think that like it doesn't quite capture what you want to be clipped. It clips like certain stuff, just like segments of things, but not really understanding the dialogue. Like
Yeah.
AI is not as great as people make it out to be. There's a lot
No.
of shit that needs to be worked on.
I'd rather use AI than Google search though. I'll tell you that.
I think
Fuck
ChatGPT
Google.
is great for like research purposes. Like,
Yeah.
if you wanted to dig into something and ask it questions, you can get answers back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like finding books and then just getting the information out of those.
Yeah. Books. I
Yeah,
like
dude.
reading books, but fuck, sometimes it's difficult.
I enjoy it. It's like downtime for me. Want to see my?
Yeah.
You want to see my book list,
Yeah.
dude?
wanna
This
see
shit's
it.
insane. Been cataloging all these books that I want to get, and some of them I already have. Oh, it's got to load them.
Jeez.
Yeah. Whole range of topics.
My goodness.
And it just keeps going. Well, I actually have that one.
Synchronicity.
Yeah, Carl Jung's book on synchronicity, which is weird.
Can I borrow that?
You can. It has a lot of like it has a lot of research in it.
Yeah.
And also he like they did an experiment with like astrological assessments.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
Which-
today?
Huh?
Is today the 25th?
Yeah.
Oh, the planets are aligning in the sky tonight.
No, it's the 24th.
So tomorrow night.
They're aligning
Yeah.
like in a
Now, so the way that people have been showing it is like, oh, they're lining straight up with fucking Earth, which no, it's not. It's just like a line in the sky.
Hmm.
But like if you look at it, they're like actually just fucking scattered. But the way we view it is it's
It
like
looks like it's in a line. Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which I don't know why people are like, it's a straight fucking line. They're all aligning.
Mhm.
No, they're just fucking looks like they're aligning, but it's just they're not.
Yeah. Well,
From our viewpoint, I guess they are.
I can't thoroughly jump into this on this episode, but
Ooh, so we could
there's
leave a nail biter then, huh?
yeah,
Like a
but
cliffhanger.
maybe, but there's actually each section of like the Bible is actually correlated to some sort of astrological piece. Like
Really?
yeah, I can't thoroughly explain it. I was just like digging into it recently, which
Hmm.
astrology itself has actually been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
And there's weird ties to all of these theological teachings. Like almost all of them have some aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like each planet is supposed to be, part of is playing a role in your being or
Yeah.
just the universal being of humans. I'll have to dig into it more and then thoroughly explain how all this aligns. It is kind of interesting because like I'm not like big on astrology.
Yeah.
Chinese astrology is actually pretty interesting.
I'll have to look into that.
I don't think
Chinese
that,
astrology.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that traditional astrology that everybody sees now, like if you're a Taurus, you're like this, or if you're a
Yeah.
Gemini, you're like, no, it's not. It's not entirely like that. Like there's much deeper roots that you have to dig into.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that it's super accurate, but Vedic teachings, which there's also Vedic religious teachings that also tie in astrology to that too. So there's Vedic astrology along with Vedic religious teachings that tie into Catholicism and Christianity. So there's a lot of stuff, and even Plato and all of these other like Neoplatonism, all of these others have ties into astrology too.
I mean, it would make sense. Like those stars and shit have been here far longer than humans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it would make sense that they would all play some role into what they were teaching.
Yeah.
This has been on my mind a lot today, but I was talking to some people about religion, and it was, for some reason, we got to the story of Abraham, who was told by God to sacrifice his own son, right? And so he's going to sacrifice his son. He's like on the way to do it, and he's getting ready to, and then God stops him and is like, no, don't do it. There's this fucking ram or some shit. But it was like, I feel like it almost pushed me further away rather than bringing me in to like the religion itself. Just because it's like, if you're so devoted to this belief that you would kill your own son to prove like that you believe in it, like that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like he was 100% going to kill his son for this belief because he was told by God. Like that is fucked up. Like it.
Hold on. I want some more. Let's go to ChatGPT real quick.
Do it.
I wanna get a little breakdown of this. Explain Abraham.
I think his son's name was Isaac.
And the sacrifice of his son. Okay. Ooh. So the story of Abraham and the sacrifice of his son in one of the most well-known theological significant narratives in the Bible. It is found in Genesis 22, 1 through 19, and it is often referred to as the binding of Isaac, or Akedah in Hebrew. Here's a breakdown of the story and its meaning. It's kind of long. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to break it down for you guys. We'll talk about God's command here. God tests Abraham by commanding him to sacrifice his son Isaac. Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain, and I will show you. Isaac is the child of promise born to Abraham and Sarah in their old age, Genesis 21, through whom God had promised to fulfill his covenant to make Abraham the father of a great nation. Abraham's obedience. Without hesitation, Abraham obeys. He rises early the next morning, prepares for the journey, and sets out with Isaac and 2 servants. On the 3rd day, Abraham sees the mountain. He leaves the servants behind, taking Isaac and the wood for the sacrifice. Isaac notices that they have the wood and fire, but no lamb. He asks, "The fire and the wood are here, but where is the lamb or the burnt offering?" Abraham replies, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." Abraham builds the altar, binds Isaac, and raises the knife to slay him. God's intervention, Genesis 22, 11 through 14. At the last moment, an angel of the Lord calls out to Abraham and stops him. "Do not lay a hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God because you have not withheld me from your son, your only son." Abraham looks up and sees a ram caught in the thicket. He sacrifices the ram instead of Isaac, acknowledging God's provision. Abraham names the place, "The Lord will provide," Yahweh Yireh. God's blessing reaffirmed. The angel of the Lord speaks again, reaffirming God's covenant with Abraham. "Through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me." Interesting. So, the theological significance is saying that it was a test of faith and obedience.
Yeah.
This event demonstrates Abraham's complete trust in God. He believes in God's promises so deeply that he was willing to sacrifice the very son through whom those promises were to be fulfilled. And then foreshadowing of Jesus Christ. Christians often interpret this story as a foreshadowing of the sacrifice of Jesus. Isaac, the beloved son, carrying the wood for his own sacrifice, parallels Jesus carrying the cross. The ram provided as a substitute for Isaac represents Jesus as the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. The mountain of Moriah is traditionally associated with the region of Jerusalem where Jesus was later crucified.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up. There's no God that could ever talk to me to bring me to that extent of going to kill my own son.
I don't like that. Why? Because why would he have to go that far to test your faith?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, if you were that great of a being, why would you force somebody to go and kill their own son that they've been trying so hard to have?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up. It's manipulation.
Hold on. How did God even speak to him?
Through 3 angels or some shit.
Did it just say that?
I think so. But before it, I don't think it said how they told him. Or 3 angels came to them. They'd been trying to have a kid for years. They couldn't. And then 3 angels came and were like, "You're gonna have a son, blah blah blah." And then the whole kill your son
So
fucking shit happened.
In the story of Abraham and the sacrifice of Isaac, God spoke to Abraham directly. The Bible doesn't describe the exact method or medium of communication, but it implies that Abraham understood it clearly as God's voice or command. What do you mean? So it's like...
That's what I'm saying. How do you know that that's the God that you should be following?
Yeah, how do you know that God is that's actually God?
That sounds like the fucking devil to me.
God's telling me to kill my son.
Yeah,
what?
I fucking felt it.
I don't get that, actually. I don't get that at all. Sure, I've had experiences in my life where I think that maybe God was talking to me, but it's never been like a voice in my head that tells me something. It always feels like it's a symbolic message or like a magical moment that was totally synchronistic to what my experience or my thoughts have been.
Yeah.
It was either like I was praying or asking or seeking information, and it would be provided to me.
Yeah.
It's always felt like God has spoke through me through the mediums of my interest.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll be something outside my interest that tests me in some way.
Why would he have to test your faith that fucking hard?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. And how are they not going to explain how he spoke to him?
Yeah, what?
It's just God spoke to him.
Well,
that's it. God spoke to him.
And
he believed God spoke to him.
That's where I get and that's what deters me from like Jesus too, is like he's just saying this. Like he's just like lay it flat out on fucking paper. This man is saying that God is talking to him and is getting all of you to believe this. Like, yes, all these stories like match up with what Jesus did and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, this guy is saying that there's a being from somewhere that is talking to him and telling him to tell everybody this shit.
Yeah.
If that happened now, people would be like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, people were like that then too. They're like, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But the crazy stopped when Jesus appeared to have died on the cross, but he was resurrected.
Yeah.
That's when everybody was like, oh, this shit's for real.
Yeah.
But like there's accounts of people who say that they've seen it or had heard of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's very hard to have faith in that without seeing it with my own very eyes. It's the same idea that I have a very hard time believing that we've made it to the moon because I haven't been there to see it myself.
Yeah.
You know? That's maybe my weakness towards it.
Yeah.
Because I like to be able to see things with my own eyes and know that it's real because I have thorough evidence that is completely impeccable.
Yeah.
Like you can't fuck it up because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you believe
That's
it
the
because
thing
I've seen
too.
it.
Like at the end of the day, like it's a belief.
Yeah. It's a faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're putting your faith into something outside of yourself.
Yeah, which is it's fine. Like if you want to do that, that's fine. Like there's no harm to me if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not
But
even,
don't look down on me because I don't have that same faith.
exactly. Yeah.
But that happens all the time. Like you're looked at differently.
I don't hate or look down upon anybody who's in a religious organization.
Yeah.
But I myself just have a hard time trusting a religious organization. But like
I'm with you.
I also think that the story of Jesus is true. I think that it happened, but
yeah, I don't
I would
deny
like
that
to
the
believe
accounts aren't true.
Yeah.
But there's when it gets to like all this call it magic, then I'm like, well, wait, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
like people living for like hundreds of years and like the spreading of the seas and this shit, like that's where I'm like, this is a little fishy. And the burning bush, Moses talking to the burning bush, he gets the messages from God from this burning bush.
which
Like it
some
sounds
people,
like Moses was fucking tripping on some shrooms.
well, there's a lot of ideas that that burning bush story was about DMT,
Yeah, I'm
but
fairly certain
or
it
some
was.
sort of psychedelic.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then again,
he was known to do that too. Like he was known to trip.
yeah.
Like I did some research on it, and it was like, yeah, like
But that wasn't uncommon.
no,
That wasn't uncommon.
it
For
was in their
people
wine.
people. They had their own set of drugs. Drugs have been
Yeah.
around forever, whether it's through alcohol
Yeah,
or psychedelics. Like, there's plenty of plants out there that
can get you
that
high.
tribes learned that they could make you have these experiences, and they were
Yeah.
ritualistic.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these hallucinogens were used in ritualistic settings,
Yeah,
which they are still today.
yeah. There's a
Shamans.
study that there was a study that this guy did. I want to say, I think he studied the Dead Sea Scrolls for like 14, 15 years, something like that. And to his conclusion that what was happening was that they had found that this mushroom would give you these, like you would meet God through this mushroom, and they were trying to hide it from the Romans. And that's what the Bible is. It's like it's symbolism towards this mushroom and like the inners of your body. Like, and it's like the chakras pretty much. Like it's like building, and then you finally get to heaven when you're enlightened. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's weird.
What are we sitting at, actually?
Probably a little over an hour.
Yeah, an hour and 15. We should probably
Damn.
call it.
Yeah, we can end it on
Well,
that.
That was episode 17.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy that that conversation.
Yeah, that last one was a little. Yeah. Made me feel a certain way.
I feel like I wanna dive into that like deeper, like maybe a longer segment after I like go back and through all of like the research that I've done and notes that I've taken.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home tonight and probably do some more research.
Well, because it's a fascinating subject, and I like
I mean, it's one of the greatest stories ever told.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
of course, and I like to believe that there's a God, and I have some faith that there's a God.
I do too.
Um,
Well, I will say that me personally, I know that there's a God because I felt it. Like
Yeah, that's how I feel. About
Yeah.
it.
but it's not all cracked out to what I think some of the religions are trying to teach.
Yeah. I think that there's been I think that it's been infiltrated a bit, and I don't know that the texts are entirely accurate to what they once were.
Yeah.
If that
Well, they
makes
were written
sense.
35 to 80 years after the death of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
After he died, it was word of mouth for 35 years. Then the disciples wrote.
Alrighty. Well, that was episode 17, and
Yeah.
we'll catch you next week.
See ya.